So two of the biggest mysteries in the home arcade space the last little while have been, will AtGames ever release the Killer Instinct and Battletoads pinball games that are supposed to be with the Sea of Thieves pack? And what the hell is going on with Iconic Arcade? And in today's update, I may have some answers for you on both of those. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Michael B. And in today's video, we're going to talk about updates from two companies that people have been asking questions about for a very long time, AtGames with the Killer Instinct and Battletoads pinball games, and of course, what's going on with Iconic Arcade, and will we see these cabinets come out as promised on June the 6th, and what's up with the changes. Before we get into that, I want to say thank you so much, everybody, for checking out the video. Guys, I always appreciate your support. This is your first time to the channel and you like what you see, go ahead, subscribe, click the bell for notification, all that YouTube jazz. So let's talk about AtGames Pinball, and more specifically their first-party games they've been making for the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K, and probably no game pack has been more anticipated than the Rare Game Pack with Sea of Thieves, Killer Instinct, and of course Battletoads. Now, it's been a very long time since this pack came out and you actually paid for it, going all the way back to December 31st, 2024, when you could first play Sea of Thieves. You paid for the entire pack, but the only game we got at that time was Sea of Thieves, and I thought Sea of Thieves was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I thought they did a good job with it, but a lot of people were hesitant to pick up the pack because they didn't want to wait until the new year to get the rest of the games. They didn't want to pre-purchase something that wasn't going to be coming out for a while. Now, of course, the question is, why would AtGames make you pay for the full pack and only release one game at such an early juncture and then not release the other games? Well, that one is pretty easy to answer. AtGames had a commitment to uphold where they were releasing the Sea of Thieves AtGames Legends Pinball 4K themed cabinet that came with the game pack, so they really needed to rush out the first game, Sea of Thieves, to go along with the branded cabinet that came out at the later junction of last year. I think it went up for pre-order in October. People started getting it in November, and they had a game on the cabinet, a full game pack that wasn't available right away, but it did come out December 31st. And then we just had to wait for the other games. But we were told the other games would be there within a month. And a month, well, turned into 5. But thankfully, after a lot of complaining from fans and enthusiasts, we finally got an update on some of these pinball packs. First up came an update on Battletoads. We got to take a look at it. And, you know, it looked okay. It looked as good as what we anticipated from Sea of Thieves. So it had the right music. It had the right callouts. This looked pretty good, and then people were still pretty excited. But there were all kinds of crazy rumors speculating that AtGames had somehow lost the Killer Instinct license. This pinball pack was never going to come out because of Killer Instinct. All kinds of craziness went on, but at least we were happy to get a glimpse of what Battletoads would look like. But it wasn't going to feel real. It wasn't going to feel complete until we actually saw Killer Instinct. Well, my friends, you can put all those concerns to bed because AtGames finally did deliver our first look at the Killer Instinct pinball. They've confirmed it's still coming thanks to a Facebook post yesterday. So guys, here's our first look at Killer Instinct pinball, and I gotta say, it looks okay. Of course, the first thing I'm going to notice is with the actual playfield. Looks like Zachariah is once again using or Magic Pixel, once again using some AI for the actual playfield characters. Orchid, or Orchid, whatever you want to call it. I know it's Orchid. She looks very different. You can tell that's AI generated and not actually a product image. So that's interesting. Some other things I do like about it, they've implemented a combo system, which is one of my suggestions. Combos are so important to Killer Instinct, so it's cool to see that that's included there. Also, they have the original callouts from the game. They're using the original music. There's a lot of things I like about this, and I'm excited to try it out. Now, I have also heard some early negativity. The 3D rendered images up in the top of Jago fighting the other opponent there. People are saying that doesn't look very good. Some people are saying that's Rock'em Sock'em Robots. I mean, Zachariah's 3D images or Magic Pixels have never been really as good as Zen's, and I've never liked the 3D images on these games anyways, but me personally, that's not really a huge concern. I don't see a lot of the traps from other Zachariah games that we've seen in the past. Like, I don't see, a lot of levels that are really hard to tell if you're on top or bottom. Issues with flat gaming compared to, more of what you would see online with a, 3D like image on the PC. The gameplay looks pretty good. I'm excited for it. Let's see how it actually plays. Now, with that out of the way, we do have proof of life of both the Battletoads and Killer Instinct pinball games. They're coming, obviously super delayed. We still don't actually have a timeline, unfortunately, as the May calendar is already out. We know it's not coming out this month, so hopefully we finally get it in June. I go back again. I just think it's an awful thing that you purchase an entire pinball pack. A lot of people in the community expecting to get 3 games, and then to have to wait so long to get the other 2 games. But at least now we're finally coming to an end, a resolution with that issue. And from the looks of it, it looks like these games might be kind of worth the wait. Now, moving on to another company and another product that a lot of people have had questions about. We really haven't heard anything about it since all the way back in January, is of course the Iconic Arcade XXL cabinets. This is something that really caught the interest of the home arcade company, put Iconic Arcade on the map. We were all really excited for it, but we have not received any update in the past few months. There have been a lot of questions about the product itself. Now, of course, with Iconic Arcade, there's been all kinds of community rumors and speculation about what's going on with the company. There was rumors about a potential cease and desist letter going out from Arcade 1-Up, and there potentially having to be some changes made with the arcade to get it out, or anyways, any kind of problems like that. But as we can see, the website is still up for Iconic Arcade advertising the 2 cabs. The only thing that's kind of weird is you can no longer click on the pre-order for either directly from the website, which has sparked a lot of speculation. But you can, in fact, still pre-order the cabinet directly through the retail site that it used to link to, VMI, and I, for one, am still sitting there waiting to click on this and make my initial pre-order. Now, my questions that I had about Iconic Arcade were never actually related to the whole rumored cease and desist, but it was more related to the actual statements they released when BCong actually went out to check out their partnership with the Arc System Works to take a look at the prototype Double Dragon cab that they had done up for the event. There's this one here talking about Arc System Works and what they're doing. But there was actually another statement on the Street Fighter II XXL that I wanted to bring up that is right here in this video. We remain on track to release the highly anticipated Street Fighter II later this year. However, in light of newly introduced tariffs, we're reviewing production. So basically, they're saying there's going to be changes related to tariff increased costs. The other thing that kind of concerned me was there was another change that was going to be mentioned based on the artwork of the cab. Specifically, I wanted to get from them, which was get of the 2, which was the Street Fighter II World Warrior cab. There were some potential changes coming up with the artwork. The other thing that I'm kind of concerned about and mentioned by all the people that went and checked out the prototype was there was no UI done for the actual event. So we wanted to see the UI and we wanted to see some other things like how would the Raspberry Pi side work and how would games that you brought onto the system look? Could you bring in your own builds? Was there a pre-configured setup for how bring your own game would look? That's the kind of things we wanted answers on. And I know I'm not the only one because people have constantly been asking John Diamond directly, trying to get in touch with Iconic Arcade to get updates on this. Are the cabs still coming out on time? What are the changes that are related to tariffs? Is there going to be any change with the artwork? And what does the UI look like? And it's been silent. There's been absolutely no official word from Iconic Arcade or Media 1-Up since that Arc System Works Finals event That is, until recently. Now, guys, this is a small one, but take it for what it's worth. The other night, I did a live stream talking about will home arcades survive the whole crash right now going on with the tariffs, with the increased costs, products delays, products cancellations, and lower quality, as we see in the example of what's coming out from Arcade 1UP. Now, one of my best friends here on YouTube and on Twitter, this guy Jay Pace, he has pre-ordered the Iconic Arcade Street Fighter cabinet. He's very excited about it, but like many of us, he's very, very eager to get some kind of answers. What's going on with his pre-order? What's the cab going to look like? And he's constantly been asking me to try to contact John D, try to get answers. I mean, John D's not talking to anybody. He's not really providing any answers on it, but he wants some information. So he commented it on my video, another golden opportunity for Diamond to pop in and give an update on the Iconic Arcade Street Fighter World Warrior XXL. Surely they have an updated delivery schedule for everyone that pre-ordered, and I'm sure the rest of the community really wants to see the final version too. Now, usually when someone tweets this or posts this or asks this question, it goes unanswered, but that did not happen in this situation, where John D replied directly to his post, "We will have an update shortly." So maybe these questions and this long fabled unanswered change to the cabinets is finally going to come to a head, because John D himself, who doesn't work for Iconic Arcade, he's obviously just a consultant there with his company Media 1UP, but he's telling us we should receive an update shortly. So stay tuned to the Iconic Arcade page, stay tuned to John D's Twitter account and his other social media, and any Iconic Arcade media outlet that you can get a handle on, because we should be getting an update shortly, and hopefully they do cover what changes they had to make due to tariffs. Hopefully the product's not worse than it was originally shown. Hopefully they provide an update on the UI, how games are going to work, and of course you're buying one of these arcades because of how they look and how it's going to look in your home, not just because of what it does and what it plays. So hopefully they also give us an update on the earth. So anyways, guys, just a little bit of news I wanted to share with you today. Some long-awaited answers in the home arcade community. While it's not everything we wanted to know, like an official release date for the rest of the games for the Rare Pinball Pack, and while it's not the final confirmation we're looking for from Iconic Arcade on what the cabs will look like when they ship out on June 6th, at least we're getting some progress. At least it's something and not nothing, which is what we've been getting for the last 5 months or so. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of these updates from AtGames, from Iconic Arcade? Are you excited for the 2 games coming to the Rare Pinball Pack, Battletoads Killer Instinct? Do you like them? Do you think they look cool? And what about Iconic Arcade? Are you excited to get information? Did you pre-order? Did you keep your pre-order? Or are you like me, sitting on the fence, waiting for an update before you plunk down your cash? Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. This is Michael B. the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time.